Good morning, everyone. Today we will be starting with the new topic, that is superposition theorem. Yesterday I have sent you the one PDF regarding the superposition theorem, in which the values of slope and deflection are given for various cases that you may need to learn before going to start this theorem. You need to learn these basic values of the uh, standard form. Suppose this is a cantilever beam in which the moment is acting at the end point. Okay, for that case the slope value at B point is ml upon ei. M is the moment value, the moment which is given here, and delta B is the value of the deflection at B point due to the moment at B point. Okay, so this is a standard case of cantilever beam, and if a point load is acting at B point, then the slope value will be this and deflection value will be this. So similarly, all the values for cantilever beam having UDL, the values are given. You need to learn these values if you want to get command over the superposition theorem. You must remember these values. Okay, that will be easy for you to understand the theorem. And also when you are doing other methods also, if you have been asked to calculate the slope value and deflection value with other methods also, in that case if you remember these values, you may verify your answers also. Okay, so this is some other simply supported case. Now if moment are acting at A and B point, for that case what will be the slope and deflection value? If only at one point, if moment is acting, for that case, if point load is acting at the center point, if UDL is acting, UVL is acting, so all the cases has been discussed here. Okay, so today we will be starting with superposition theorem. Basically this method, superposition method, is useful when more than one type of load is acting. So this method is useful when more than one type of load are acting in the beam. So if we are talking about any theorem, uh, for example we are this condition, I am sorry, not theorem, if we are talking about any condition that is having point loads, similarly in this question we will be taking that, suppose this is a cantilever beam and in this beam 3-point load are acting. So these are the similar loading condition, and so this method is useful when more than one loads type, more than one type of loads are acting in the beam. So if there is UDL also, if there is UVL also, if there is point load also, so it is easy for you to apply the superposition theorem. Here only point load is being given, but we will be discussing for other cases also in which point load is acting, UDL is acting. So in that when there is more than one type of loading is there, so you will be going for superposition theorem. So that's why I have told you that you need to learn the values of slope values and deflection value. Okay. So, and slope or deflection of concerned point is known by the standard results. So what are the standard results? Standard results are these values that have been discussed with you, and I've also sent the PDF. Okay, now for finding the slope and deflection is obtained by superposition of algebraic summation of all the results. So if a number of loads are acting, uh, if UDL is acting, if a point load is acting, so what will be the value of slope and deflection? That he is saying that it will be the algebraic summation of all the results. So summation of the point load results and summation of the UDL results. So that will be the value of slope and deflection for that case. So suppose we are taking this numerical now. In this case, now we will be discussing that if this is a point load which is acting 3W, 2W and W, okay, and its length is L from A to C and L from C to D and D to B is L. So first of all, what you will do, first of all, for applying the superposition theorem, what you will do, you will see one, you will apply only one load, that standard result, you know. Okay, So suppose I have applied a load here 3W. Now this value I know this is L and this remaining is 2L. So if we are applying the load with for the cantilever beam, so will this beam will bend? So it will bend something like this. Okay, so it is bending like this. I hope this point is clear. So you know the result for this standard case, the deflection at this point will be, suppose this point we have said that this is C point and this is B point. So from here I am drawing a line here. So let this point be B1 and this point be B2. So I hope this point is clear. So now you will see that in this numerical you have to calculate the deflection and slope at point B, this point. So what will be the slope and deflection value? The standard result will be dependent upon all these three cases, that three loading that are been applied on the beam. So first of all, I have applied 3W load. Now with this load I am checking the deflection at B point. So for this standard case I have to show you the standard case here. So if there is a cantilever beam and there is a point load at the end point, for that the slope value is PL square upon 2EI and the deflection value is PL cube upon 3EI. So I will be writing down here that theta C, slope at C point will be, because this is a cantilever beam which is having a point load at it and at the end. Okay, so theta C will be PL square upon 2EI. Okay, I hope this point is clear. Now when we are talking delta C, that is deflection at C point, will be PL cube upon 3EI. P means the load. So here P value is 3W. So I hope this point is clear that P value is 3W. So I have used the standard results of the cantilever beam applied with the point. Okay. So this is the deflection at C point and slope at C point. Now we will be calculating the deflection at B point and slope at B point. For that, what you will do? For calculating the deflection at B point, now the deflection from here to here is this delta C, and from B to B1 will be same, because I have drawn a straight line here, and this value deflection will be, vertical deflection will be same from B to B. This deflection at C will be equal to B to B1 value, and this is, let this value be delta 1. So for calculating the value of delta 1, the answer will be B1 plus B1 B2. I hope this point is clear. Now we have the value of BB1. The value of BB1 is the similar value for the deflection at C point, that is 3W is the load, L cube is the value, and 3EI is the this case. Okay, and now for calculating the B1 B2, these deflection slope values are so small that we are using that. Now for at C point the slope value is theta C. Now wait a minute. Now for calculating the value of B1 B2, this is the value B1 B2. For calculating this value, we can apply the concept of an arc, that this length will be equal to theta C into twice of L. So B1 B2 will be theta C into the length, that is 2L. So now you can put the values here of 3W L cube upon 3EI plus theta C value is PL square upon 2EI. So P value is 3 times of W PL square upon 2EI. Now we have this value into twice length. Now solving this equation, you will get the value of delta 1. So you can solve this equation. So from here you will get the value of delta 1. Now for calculating the value of uh, delta 2. Delta 2 will be the deflection due to the other point load. Now we will be taking other case that in which cantilever beam is this, and now this is till L, and this point here we have applied the load of 2W, 2 times W. So with this the deflection will be this, and similarly you will be calculating the value of delta 2. So here for calculating the value of delta 2, here again it is B1 and it is B2. So for calculating the value of delta 2 will be, it will be B1 plus B1 B2. Now B2 B1 will be the deflection value which is due to this load, and this is D point. So this is D point. So this B1 will be equal to deflection at D. So you can see that if this point load is acting at the cantilever beam, the value is for deflection is PL cube upon 3EI. So similarly you can apply, now P value will be equal to 2 times of W, and similarly you will calculate the other also by calculating the value of, now you will put the value of theta D here. So this is how you will calculate the value of theta 2. Now again this will be equal to theta D into L, because now this length is 2L and this is L here. So for calculating value of B1 B2 we will use the theta D into L. Now after this what you will do for calculating the value due to third load, and third load has been applied at the B point. Yes, B point. So as it is been applied at B point, that is W. How much? It is W. So now this is simple, that for calculating the value at this point, this value is delta 3. For calculating the value of delta 3, as this is a standard case that cantilever is having a point load at the end, that it will be W L cube upon 3 EI, and L value is now how much? Here L value will be 3 L, L plus L plus L, and here I have this value. Okay, so here you have to see that now when you will be calculating the standard value of delta D at this point, for that the length at D point will be 2L. So delta D will be PL, L cube upon 3I. Here you will put the L value equal to 2L because the length is twice of L. Okay. So now I have the value of all the deflections value. Now what you will do? For that you will use the concept that I have told you, that it is the algebraic sum of the standard results. So algebraic sum is delta 1 plus delta 2 plus delta 3. So you have all the values, now apply the all the values here in this equation and you will get the value of delta. That will be the deflection at B point. And similarly for the slope value also you will get the slope value at this point. That will be theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3. I hope this point is clear. For after this numerical, now some of you must have the doubt of the slope. value. That why you are taking that theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3, because we have not calculated the value of theta 1 here. So I will explain that with this diagram, that for the standard case for which we have taken the value of here theta c. Here we have taken the value of theta c. So for calculating the slope at B point, the angle will be same, because as we have applied the load here, in this load here I have drawn a straight line. So this angle is theta 1, for example, and this is a tangent going in this way. So this angle will be equal to this angle, because these two are parallel lines, and theta 1 and this is theta 1. So here if it is theta c, so it will be here theta c. So here you will use that standard theta at B will be theta c plus theta d plus theta b value. So this will give you the value of slope. Okay, I hope this point is clear. Now we will see the other example of this theorem, that if there is a cantilever beam acting here, cantilever beam, all the uh, sorry, this is a propped cantilever beam. Here point load is acting. Here a simply supported beam is there. Roller support is there. Now if there is a roller support, now you have the value of standard result for cantilever beam and simply supported beam, but this is not a cantilever beam and not a simply supported beam. For how will you be solving this numerical? You can solve this numerical by, firstly you will apply the concept of a cantilever beam. So if I am applying, you forget that there is a roller support here. Okay, so I have removed this roller support here, so it will be a standard result again. Then point load is acting here. Similarly, in previous numerical, how you have calculated the value of deflection here, so similarly you will calculate the value of delta 1. Delta 1 will be bb1 plus b1 b2, and delta value is equal to the deflection value due to this point load, that is standard result p l cube upon 3I. Similarly, put the value of length there and point load there, and you will get the result. If you have the value of delta here, now calculate the value of b1 b2, and b1 b2 value will be calculated using R concept, that theta into length will give you this value. So this is the value of the deflection at this point. So I have got this concept. Now you can see I will now remove this load, and I will put this cantilever beam like this, that there is a roller support. Roller support is having only vertical reaction, that is equal to VB. Now if I will see this concept, due to this there is a cantilever beam where the point load is acting at the endpoint. For that, what will be the value of deflection? For that, I have taken this value as delta 2, and this will try to deflect the beam like this. So this is the value of delta 2. Earlier it is going downward, and now it is going upward. So delta 2 value will be load into L length cube divided by the 3EI. Okay, now you can check the standard result also, and now you can see when I have got this value, now deflection at B due to the reaction at B, ultimately what you have to do, at there is a support there, so deflection will be 0 at that support. So now you have to apply the compatibility equation. Compatibility equations will say that one deflection is going downward, one is upward, and ultimately there is a support there, so deflection will be 0. So I have made an equation that minus delta 1, because it is going downward, plus delta 2 should be equal to 0. Ultimately we have to provide that the deflection at B point should be 0, because there is there is a roller support. So now put the value of delta 1 which you have calculated earlier, and put the value of delta 2, that is this one. So I hope this point is clear with you. So that's it for today. So thank you very much. You can revise these concepts and learn these standard forms. and try to do the numerical based on superposition. Thank you very much.